Okay. If you can set your blocks up like this, so you've got your purple one for your head, and then the slightly flatter, soft if you've got a soft one, for the back of your chest. But if I just show you on Joe's mat, if you've got a different selection, then just as long as the one behind your head is a little bit higher and the one that goes behind your chest, and it's going to go on there, on the back of your chest, so not your lower back of your chest, that one's going to be slightly lower. So your head's up a little bit higher and your chest's down a bit lower. The purple block's just that little bit thicker when it's on its side, and at home you can do it either flat on your back or up on a cushion or a bolster. Legs can be straight to begin with. Adjust it if you need to, so once you're lying down on there, do you need to shift that block a bit higher, a bit lower? Let your arms fall out to the sides. Right, Ben, you've got 2 spaces, here or here. Where would you prefer? Good, now start to breathe a little bit more consciously. Follow the flow of your breath through your nostrils. Breathe your whole body. I'll give you some blocks when you come over here, Ben. Bring those with you, yeah. You're going there. And feel that positive upward energy on the inhale, and then the letting go, the energy of release on the exhale, the downward flow. There you go. And the movement of your belly, your diaphragm, with each flow of breath, slight rise and fall. Just starting to become consciously aware of the connection between your breath and how it moves in your body, how it helps you to energize and to release. We've looked at both Prana Vayu, Apana Vayu, and then last week Samana Vayu, and now we're on Udana Vayu. Udana Vayu is upward and outwards. The energy that flows upward and outward. Lots of neck, sound, breath involvement. So let's really work on Ujjayi breathing as you lay here. Start to restrict or constrict the back of your throat a little, so you can hear the sound of the ocean in the back of your throat as you breathe, like if you put your ear to a shell. If you're not sure how to do it, imagine there's a little mirror at the back of your throat and you're trying to steam it. If you were to steam a mirror with your mouth open, you would have to constrict the back of your throat to get a really good sound and power and heat to the breath. So it's the same thing but with your mouth closed. Just for a few more rounds, counting your inhale, counting your exhale. Even count. Okay, and then have your elbows by the sides of the block that's under your chest, palms and forearms flat to the floor. Palms flat to the floor, Emma, flip them round, that's it. Push into your elbows so your chest puffs off the block, your head stays on the back block, and then release your chest back down onto the block. So when you inhale, push into the elbows so your chest puffs off the block that it's resting on. And as you exhale, your chest goes back down onto the block that it's resting on. Do that with 5 more breaths. As your smooth inhale rises your chest off the block, and your smooth exhale, your chest moves back down. Make it an even pace to your movement, nothing too jerky or too fast. We will later be doing Matsyasana, fish pose. And this could be your alternative if you've had any neck issues. This is a nice fish pose alternative. Do a couple more. When your chest next lands down on the block, rest it there a few rounds of breath and notice how your chest and your breastbone just naturally feel a bit more open. Your thoracic spine has moved further up into your back. And then bend your legs and move around off your blocks and come round to kneeling so that you are kneeling with the purple block, or you could put them together if your knees need more, so that you've got the blocks between your legs and you're sitting on them. Just for the first few rounds. So you might only need one thinner block between your feet, so you can sit on it that way if your knees are quite happy. Or you can put all of your blocks between if you need more height. Try and get the knees close together. Your feet will be apart because they've got the blocks between them. Get a hold of your big toes and wriggle your big toes towards each other. And maybe you can just feel all the other toes a little bit more spaced out. Bring your palms flat down on your legs, fingers spread. We're going to take, so like I say, we're going to activate for Udana, Vayu, the upward and outward. There's a lot of throat movement for that. So we're going to do lots where we're opening and moving through the throat and neck tonight. So first of all, we'll take an inhale as the head goes back. And when you exhale, you'll stick your tongue out and make a lion's breath. So with the tongue sticking out. When your head goes back, look up. And when your head comes forwards with the lion's breath, keep your eyes up. So it'll be like this. And then we'll do that 3 times. Okay, so hands down on the legs, fingers spread, like you've got a little lion's claw out of each finger. And your head goes back, look up, inhaling. Tongue out, keep your eyes up. Again, inhale, tongue in. Eyes closed, tongue in. Breathe normally, let your shoulders settle. Feel that also activates the energy of the third eye. So Ajna chakra at the forehead, the energy there starts to circulate, activate and become more in your field of awareness. Join your palms together in a prayer. Let's all empty our lungs together. Inhale fully. And then bow your head down and blink your eyes open, looking at your hands. Place one hand down on your lap, take an index finger. So we've got different energy locks within us. 3 main energy locks are Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. And Jalandhara Bandha is a neck lock, energy of the neck and throat. So a good way to practice that is with a pencil, but I haven't brought a pencil in for everyone, so we'll just use our finger and imagine it's a pencil. So it's a dip of the chin, but rather than just letting your head drop, think it's an energy lift. So when your chin falls down, imagine you've got a pencil tucked in there and you are trying to pull the pencil to the base of your skull. So rather than just going down, you go down and you also try and pull up. Yeah, so see the difference between just head down or head down, tucking the pencil in the little crease of underneath your jaw and then pulling it up as if it's pushing you up and lifting you to there. Okay, and when you do that, you should feel that everything through the center of the body kind of pulls up in line with that as well. So you can have a practice with that finger in just underneath where your neck meets your jawline. Drop the chin in and then try and draw the finger like you're pulling it in and up toward the back of the neck. And feel then it gently activates your pelvic floor. It gently lifts and activates your belly in. It pulls you to sit taller through the spine. You can remove your finger and just see if you can breathe a few rounds with your head and your neck and your throat in Jalandhara Bandha. The breastbone is lifted, your chin is tucked, shoulders are slightly back. And again, breathing with Ujjayi breath. And then place your hands to the sides, hands forwards, straighten one leg out behind, just release neck lock, and just give a little stretch out through one of your feet, just tucking your toes under, rocking back and forwards a few times. And then switch the leg over. Great, and then move the block that was between your feet. If you have one of your even blocks either side, so either 2 purple or 2 blue, either side of your mat, and straighten your legs. And then place your hands onto the blocks so that your arms are straight down below your shoulders, flat back position. Okay, and so for anyone who's very flexible, you might just need to be on your fingertips, that's fine as well. You might not need to use the blocks, and get a flat back position with your head in line with your spine. 5 breaths like that. Feel you're able here, feel you're able here to roll your shoulders back and to bring your breastbone forward slightly, to lengthen out through the lower back and reach forward through the breastbone. Two more breaths. Knees can be slightly bent if you need them to. Shoulder heads really roll back. One more breath. You need your flat block, Steve, so that you can get up a little more. That's it, yeah. And then fold forwards over the legs. Keep your heels heavy and walk your hands forwards to downward facing dog. Sit bones up high and back. Maybe pedaling the heels if you need to. And leaving those blocks back there for now. Feet are to the back of the mat, drop your knees down, sit to child's pose, and we'll come through kneeling salutation, 2 right, 2 left leg leads. We'll focus on the head moving, so inhale as your head drops back, look up. Exhale, tuck your chin into child's pose. Inhale, lift your head into cow. Keep the head lifted, drop down, Ashtangasana. Keep the head lifted, throat forwards and open. Bottom back, tuck the chin, downward facing dog. Right leg forwards, drop the back knee, lift and look up. Then free your arms up. Hands down, tuck the chin as you step both feet forwards, chin toward the throat. And then soft knees, float all the way up, look up. Exhale, soft knees, head down. Flat back, like you did with your fingers on the blocks, but you might put the hands on shins. Step right leg back, drop knee, look up. Float your arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, knees down, back to the beginning. Arms swoop up, inhale, head back. Exhale, tuck chin, child's pose. Inhale, look forwards, hands and knees. Exhale, drop chest between thumbs. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, tuck chin, child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, left foot forwards. Start looking up, get the foundation sturdy, and then inhale, arms swoop up. Exhale, arms swoop down. Step to the top of the mat, flat back. Fold over your legs, tuck the chin. All the way up, look up. Fold forwards, head down. Flat back. Left leg back, drop knee. Start looking up before you lift your arms. Then inhale, arms lift. Exhale, arms down. Down dog, inhale. Exhale, knees down, back to the start, kneeling. Inhale, arms swoop up, let your head go back. If it's okay for your neck, exhale, forward fold, child's pose. Inhale, hands and knees, start to extend through the neck. Exhale, drop chin down. Inhale, slide through cobra. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, right foot forwards, drop your knee, look up, get your foundation solid first. Then inhale, arms follow. Exhale, arms down, step forwards, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, inhale, arms all the way up. Exhale, arms down, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back, long through the sides of your body. Right leg back, drop knee. Inhale, arms swoop up. Exhale, arms down. Inhale to down dog. Exhale, knees down, back to the start. Final round. Inhale, arms swoop up. Exhale, fold. Feel the flowing motion. Inhale, cow. Exhale, chest down, bottom stays up. Inhale, slide through. Exhale, push back. Toes are tucked in child's pose, so you can just smoothly roll up to down dog. Left foot forwards, drop knee, look up, find strength in your foundation, then arms follow up. Exhale, arms down, step forwards, flat back, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms all the way up, look up, maybe lifting through the head. Exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, flat back again. Exhale, left leg back, drop knee, look up before you lift your arms, and then arms up. Exhale, arms down, step back, down dog. Exhale, knees down. Half around, inhale, arms lift. Exhale, fold forwards, child's pose. Inhale, cow. Exhale, chest down. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, stay back in downward dog. Three more breaths. Spread out your fingers, reach down through the index thumb knuckles. 2. Outer armpits rolling outwards and backwards. 1. Walk your hands all the way back towards your feet. Add Uttanasana like you had on your blocks. Or if you can't get your hands, your back flat, hands to shins for your flat back. And then hands flat to the floor. Use your blocks if you need to as you fold into your legs. Take Jalandhara Bandha with your chin in as you fold into the legs. Hands flat to the outside edges of your feet. So take the blocks to the outside edges of your feet now. That's it, yeah. If you're using the blocks. Fingers forwards, Alison. That's it. 2. Have you got some DP, Tom?
Something like that.
Where are you sore?
Hamstring.
Okay. I won't give you an extra push in that then. Bend your knees, touch the ground on the outside edges of your feet. If your blocks are there, move them off to the side. Feet a little narrower, India, just a tiny amount. Bend your knees so you're in chair pose, arms in front of you, not above, just straight out in front. Sit your hips back. When your arms are in front, to counterbalance, we take a little bit more weight out behind. When your arms come behind you, we're going to try and lift the heels off the ground, press up into the balls of the feet. So arms in front, weight goes back into your heels. Arms come back and shift your weight forwards into the balls of the feet. Inhale, arms forwards, hip hips back. Exhale, shift your weight forwards into the balls of the feet. 3 more. Inhale, heels back, arms forwards. Exhale, whatever amount you can lift the heels, even if it's just putting more weight into the balls of the feet. 2. Ujjayi breathing with this. Exhale, arms don't need to come up by the ears, just in front of you. 1 more. Exhale. Heels go down, inhale, arms forwards and come all the way up to standing. And then step out, so you're wide stance facing the big wall or the big window side of the room. Take your feet as wide as your hands. Let's take a warrior 2 on the right leg first. So turn your right foot out to the front of the room. Turn your left heel slightly wide. Look over your right arm as you bend into the right knee and hold it there. Knee wide, so the knee's going out in line with your middle toe. Go a little bit wider again, Alison. 4. 3. Spine up. a bit more, that's it. 2. 1. On your inhale, straighten out your right leg, turn your feet on the spot, so the left foot to the back of the room, right heel spins out slightly wide, look over the left arm, then bend into your left knee so it follows directly underneath your arm. Go wider, Tim, with your stance so that the knee doesn't go past your foot. 4. 3. 2, open that hip nice and wide and keep that knee wide, that's it, yeah. 1. Inhale, straighten out your left leg. Turn both feet to the long side of your mat. We're going to take the 4 Prasarita Padotanasanas. Hands to hips to begin with. Inhale, chest open, press to the outer edges of your feet. And exhale, bend forwards. Those blocks can go underneath your hands again if you need to. First of all, come to fingertips. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, hands go flat. Try and get them in line with your feet if possible. 1. Fingers are spread, press down into the palms, draw the elbows back. 2. 3, you can go all the way down now, Sarah. Let your head go. 1 more breath. When you next inhale, flat back onto your fingertips, firm legs. Exhale, hands onto hips, you've got your flat back still. Inhale, come up with your flat back. Exhale, pause. Prasarita Padottanasana B. Inhale. Exhale, hands stay on your waist as you go down. And then draw the crown of your head toward the floor. 4. Thumbs around the back of your waist, fingers around the front of your waist. 3. Feel that nice bending at the hip creases. 2. 1. With a straight back, come all the way up, inhaling. Exhaling, inhale, arms go out to the side. Exhale, interlace your hands behind you. Inhale, open your chest, lean back slightly, and then bend forwards, arms come up and over. Keep your arms as straight as you can. Get them off your back if you can. Roll your shoulders back as the arms come over. 3, try and get some of your body weight forward into the balls of your feet. 2. And 1. Arms guide you up, inhale all the way back up again. Exhale, hands to hips. Final 1, inhale, elbows wide. Exhale, bend forwards. Take your peace fingers to your big toes. If you can't get there, hold on to the calves or the knees. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, elbows bend out widewards this time as you draw your body down. Elbows like they're reaching out to the front and back walls of the room. Let your head go, Sarah. Let your head go, that's it, yeah. And try and reach your head in towards my fingertip, down toward the floor. That's it, like you're trying to press your whole spine down to my finger. 2. Can you not quite get your big toe? Yeah, you can. 1. This time, just a flat back, hands on the floor in front of you. If blocks are there, move them off. Walk your hands around to your right foot, pivot your feet round with you. Step back to plank position. Let's just take a little plank vinyasa here. So line shoulders over wrists, look at the front line of your mat. Keep it there, inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, or all the way to the floor, and then cobra or upward facing dog. Make your way to downward dog from whichever back bend you did. We're going to try and split the legs, but keeping both legs as straight as you can. Lift your right leg in the air, heel pressing toward the ceiling, toes pointing to the floor. Keep lifting that leg, both legs as straight as you can, toes pointing straight down. Feel the top leg trying to reach away from the bottom leg without twisting the right hip open. Turn the right hip down a little bit more, Anne. That's it. Yeah, that's it. 1 more inhale. Exhale, step your right foot forwards, keep the back knee off the floor. High lunge, inhale, arms come up. Exhale, elbows bend into a cactus shape out to the side, like your forearms are pressing back at the same time. Look up and we'll add the lion's breath. So keep your eyes up as you inhale. Stick the tongue out, keep the eyes up. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms into cactus, look forward, shorten your stride a little, pivot the back heel to the floor and straighten your front leg out. Take your forearms down, bring them round behind and either knuckles meeting or flip your palms round to make a prayer behind, even if your prayer doesn't quite meet. Roll your shoulders back more to try and get your thumbs and index fingers to come closer. Hips both facing forwards. So imagine you've got a fence in the front, along the front of your pelvis here, and you're leaning forwards up and over that imaginary fence. So inhale, lift the chest, and exhale, project your spine nice and long as you reach forwards and over. Look towards your big toe. Let's keep the chin open for this. So long through the throat, long through the neck, looking towards your big toe, or further forwards, depending on how far down you go. Roll your outer right hip back and your inner left thigh back. Shift a little bit of weight forwards into your front leg, Ali. 1 more breath, that's it, yeah. Come all the way up with your inhale. Take your arms by your side, palms face back. Lift your back heel, warrior 3. Little bend in your front leg. If you've got sensitivity in your lower back, you could just stay here. Warrior 3 prep, or lift the back leg off the ground. Find your balance, outer left hip looking down. Okay, so if you feel okay with your balance in this, your arms can slowly move down toward the floor and out in front of you, shifting your body weight back a little as your arms go forwards. Remember, when the arms go out in front, a little bit more body weight needs to shift back to counterbalance. 2 more breaths. Then we step to a plank, land the back foot to the floor, hands to the floor, both legs in plank. Inhale in your plank, shoulders roll back from ears. Exhale either chaturanga or all the way to the floor, your choice. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale to downward facing dog. So the split on the left leg this time, left leg lifts, inhale, keep it there, keep breathing. And even though, especially when you're more flexible, the hip will want to turn open, try and keep the hips square. So left hip rolls down more, Jackie, if you can. So that hip, rather than turning out to me, turns that way. That's it. Now lift your leg without the hip turning. That's it. So you've got to work more into your glutes. Last inhale. Exhale, step your foot forwards. Nice big step. If it doesn't get very far, help it further forwards. Arms lift, inhale. First one without the lion's breath, cactus arms. Now looking up, inhale. Keep your eyes up, stick the tongue out. 2 more. One more without the breath. Exhale, look forwards, point the arms down, and again, shorten your stride. Turn the back heel to the floor and make either knuckles meet or palms meet. Roll back your shoulders, see if you can get the index fingers to press more firmly. Good, and again, as if you've got this little wall or fence in front of you, stretch your spine up and over, drawing deep into the left hip crease as you go down. Try and look slightly forwards, keep your throat long for this one this evening. You can forward bow over the left leg, but keep the neck long. Strong Ujjayi breathing. Create feeling and warmth in the back of your throat. 1 more round. On your inhale, make your way back up. Exhale, arms down by your side, lift the back heel. Shift your weight forward, and again, if there's back sensitivity, just stay there, or fire the back leg up off the ground, warrior 3. See if you can get this almost capital T-like shape in your body. Chest a little higher, Leanne. And then arms start to go forwards and out in front of you. Shift your weight a bit more into that back leg, the lifted leg as you do that. Like there's a magnet pulling the sole of your right foot back as your arms reach forwards. Counterbalancing you. Then we go down into plank. Land the back foot carefully, hands down. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, lower all the way down to the ground and stay there. Rest your head on your hands, take a few breaths, give your bottom a little rock. Let's take one of the more traditional Shalabhasanas, locust poses. Arms down by your side. So if you can, you can either go fists underneath like that, or hands flat underneath. If you struggle to get your arms under, just put them on the floor by your side. But if you can, a little wriggle side to side so you can get your arms under, and either making fists with your hands, so you'll be like that, or flat with your hands, so you'll be like that. Extend out your neck so your chin is stretching forwards along the mat. And then lengthen and lift both legs up off the ground with your chin staying on the floor. So the lift comes from the lower body. Press down into the arms as you lift and lengthen up through the legs. Can you get your arms under and into the hip creases? That's it. And then that'll help you to lift the legs more. Press down through the arms to help you lift through the legs. Use your buttock muscles, your back muscles, another breath. Can you keep it there? That's it, well done. And then lower back down, release your arms, turn your head to the right. So you're looking to the left, so you're on your right cheek. And relax, drop your shoulders. We're going to try a second one. So if you have neck issues and you found that was just maybe uncomfortable for you to get into, and definitely if it was painful at all, then you do the usual locust pose, arms by your side, lift everything off the floor. Otherwise, again, extend through your chin, arms wriggle underneath, so they are tucked wrists or hands into the hip creases. Palms are facing to your body. Okay, and then make fists if you like as well, and then lengthen and lift up through the legs. As they lift, strengthen the whole back line of your body. Legs off the ground. That's it. There you go. Like a scorpion's tail lifting out behind, chin staying on the floor. You okay? Okay. 2, 1. Stay there. There you go. Now stay there. That's it. And relax. Turn onto the other cheek. Relax your arms from underneath. If you need that little bottom rock, take a little bottom rock. And then push back to a child's pose. Start arms wide, elbows on floor, and just nice and relaxed. So a great way to activate the upward and outward energy of Udana, the upward outward Vayu is inversions. So we're going to try a few inversions this evening. Don't worry if you struggle to do them, there's always an alternative. So let's prep the arms for whatever level of headstand you come to. Walk your arms in together, interlace your fingers and shift your weight forwards onto your elbows. Your interlaced hands now, you want your thumbs and your wrists facing into each other, even though there's a little gap between the hands, and cross one thumb on top of the other. Pop the bottom little finger inside the cup of your hands. Get the elbows so they're a tiny bit narrower than your shoulders to begin with, because they will slide out, the skin will roll. Bringing your body weight right over your elbows, tuck your chin and place the top of your head on the floor so that the thumb pads are pressing on the back of your skull. You're looking between the knees. Roll your shoulders and your upper arms back toward the elbows. So there's more pressure going down through your elbows. Lift your knees off the floor and try and bring more body weight forwards into this little tripod of the head and the forearms. You can just stay there. If you want to go up into a practice of a headstand, then go up into a practice of a headstand. Otherwise, just stay getting used to some balance on the top of your head. Some weight in the top of your head. The shoulders continue to roll away from your neck. Go for it, I'm behind you. Nice, now straighten them up, because you're making it hard on your arms. The more you get vertical, the less gravity is trying to push you back down. Take 2 or 3 more breaths, legs towards me. Go on, yep. There you go. Okay, now hinge at the hips as you come down, bending your knees. Hinge at the hips, bending your knees slowly down, that's it. See if you can keep the pressure in your elbows so your toes land lightly. Well done. Rest. And then we're just going to transition round to sitting. So if you can come into Malasana squat first of all, elbows inside knees. Good, good. Arms reach in front. Take your weight forwards, sink your weight back. Forwards with your arms, back with your hips. Until maybe you land or place your hands behind and soften your landing. And drop down onto your elbows. Cross your right ankle onto your left knee. And then push back up onto straight arms. Once you've got that, so from straight arms, try and elevate your chest and feel your right thigh bone pressing out wide, toes pointing up. A little rock side to side with this leg shape. And then your left foot is just going to spin across to the right hip and lower your knee down. Make any little adjustments you need to here. So we want to be able to get the right hip down to the floor. And if you can't, you might just swing that left leg out in front as an alternative. So left leg could straighten out if your right hip's off the floor. Take up your left arm, inhale. Wrap it or grab round the right knee. Exhale, twist. Yeah, it's touching the floor, it's fine. I just couldn't tell. If you bring this foot a bit further forwards, and then that hip will drop down a bit more, and then you can get a bit more set. There you go. And get a bit more twist out of it then. 2, still ujjayi breathing, still hearing your breath. Throat rather than nasal sounds. Inhale as you turn forwards. Exhale a little baby rotation. Yes, indeed, you have got the different leg for some reason. Other one, other one, other one. That's it. And then back to center. Now your right shin crosses in front of the left shin for Sukhasana. Feet flex forwards. Try and cross less at your ankles with the legs in and more at the shins with the legs further away. So when you look down, there's a gap. Inhale, get long in your spine. Wriggle them forwards more if you need to. Sit on a couple of blocks, bend. And then exhale, bow forwards. Take your hands forwards to support you if you're going that far. When you inhale, feel the downward movement into your pelvis and the lengthening movement through the spine. And as you exhale, fold in a bit deeper, getting closer to the legs. Nice and relaxed across the shoulders. On your inhale, make your way back up. And then exhale, lean back enough to undo the legs. And if you need to drop onto your elbows first to get the left ankle to cross, do. If you can do it from straight arms initially, that's fine. Just go straight from there. Some people need to drop down to get the space. And then coming up as high as you can through your chest, like your chest is trying to get higher than the shin bone. Good, and then a little rock side to side. Just accessing the hip from a few different ranges, directions. And then we'll just take the right foot across to the left, toward the left hip. Left foot lands, left sit bone lands. And if the left sit bone doesn't land, you can either sit on a block or you can straighten your right leg in front. Take your right arm up, inhale. Right arm around the left leg, exhale. You can hug the top of the shin with your elbow crease, or you can take your arm so it presses the outer knee, and that will draw your leg further across into a deeper twist. You're fine as you are, Ali. Yeah. Try and get your elbow a little further. There you go. So it's right in the crease of the elbow. Nice. Slow the breath down a little. Slow exhale. So one more breath. Inhale to center. Exhale, baby twist the other way. Inhale back to center. Left shin in front of right shin. Crossing at the shins. Wriggling out with the soles of the feet. Think 90-ish degree, the best you can with your legs. Wriggle tall, inhale. Exhale forwards. Go in little measures if you need to. You don't have to just be up and then down. It can be up and then progressively down with each breath, softening you. See how this side is compared to the other side. This looks more open on this side for you, is it? Mm. It's not too much, is it? Is that? On your next inhale, make your way up. Exhale, lean back a little, straighten both legs out in front. Paschimottanasana, taking your peace fingers again, and let's try it with holding onto the big toes. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. If you need to bend the knees a little bit, bend the knees. Exhale, fold forwards over the legs, and then just start to push the heels away whatever amount you can if you started with bent knees. Feel your inner thighs spiraling down toward the floor. Three more breaths. Two. It's all right. Just one. And then on your next inhale, make your way up. And then just watch this next little sequence on our back. So, first of all, if when you were in Uttanasana, Ardha Uttanasana at the beginning, if you had quite a high level block in order to get your long back, you're probably going to want to have blocks behind you for Halasana, plow and shoulder stand. If you could have your hands quite easily flat to the floor, and same with the folding, then you probably won't need any blocks behind. We're going to do a 5-part breath on each of these poses. So just watch first and I'll give you alternatives, of course. So we'll start off in Halasana. That's where we take the legs back to plow. If you're using blocks, by the way, you'll take them behind and just give them a light push. So you're not full arm extension, but just a light push back. And then that should be about in the right place for your feet to land on them if you need to. In plow pose, we are trying to get that long straight back. We've got Jalandhara Bandha with the throat, the neck, and we're trying to straighten out the legs. We'll take plow pose to shoulder stand. The hands come onto the back of the rib cage for shoulder stand. My suggestion is, don't just put the hands here and let them be there because you'll sink into them. While you're in this position, try and get your hands lower than they might go and push the skin up, and then you'll get more lift through the rib cage. We're going to take a half shoulder stand, then the other side, a half shoulder stand, and then a full shoulder stand, And then back down to Halasana, releasing the arms. Oh, actually, do you know what? I know what I'd planned. Maybe we're going to go to shoulder stand from to bridge from there. So maybe some of you can keep your hands on the back of the rib cage, keep the split legs, and just go down with your foot landing on the floor. The second leg comes down to meet it. Then you can release your arms down into bridge. So if you fancy trying that, if you find that you're quite comfortable in your shoulder stand and your plow. Otherwise, you can come down in order to get into bridge pose. That's where we'll go to from there. Okay? So if you're using blocks, here's your alternative. For anyone that's not taking those inversions, can you take another 5 breaths in Paschimottanasana and then come onto your back and either have belt round your feet, legs in the air, or hips elevated, legs in the air. So you get a little bit of an inversion, a semi-inversion. Okay, so 5 more breaths. Forward bend, and then legs up in the air. So people taking the inversions. So for any ladies, if it's the time of the month and your body is wanting to move energy down and out, then this isn't the time to be going upside down. So you'll do the alternatives. And also anyone who's got a bad head this evening or any eye issues, I would say go with the alternatives as well. Otherwise, we're ready, and down on your back. If you're using blocks, just lightly push the blocks over behind you. Arms down by your side. I'm going to put you a different one on top, actually, Emma, because you haven't got 2. Yeah.
Thank you.
And then arms down by your side, and then roll your legs over behind you, and we'll start with plough pose. Did you push the blocks back first, Chris? You didn't, did you?
No.
And you probably need a few more blocks. Let me get you a couple more. I'll get you jackies. Arms can go flat to the floor for plough pose. There you go. Try and get onto those. Shoulders rolling narrow, arms reaching narrow if you can. Knees as straight as you can. 2. One more breath. Okay, keep the legs in plough pose. Bring your hands onto the back of your rib cage. Wriggle your hands down on the rib cage and then try and press your palms flat to lift the rib cage up. And then take one leg up in the air. A split shoulder stand. That back leg off the block might lift, that's fine. Reach the top leg up in the air. Put power into the top leg, split legs. You okay? You're getting cramp? Let that leg float, that's it. Switch the legs over. Top leg goes back first, and then the other leg comes up. The leg that was on the floor might now be off the floor or off the block. It doesn't have to stay on the floor. But try and square your hips rather than splitting the hips. The legs split, but the hips stay square. Nice, and push that heel to my finger. Both legs up in the air, full shoulder stand. Two more breaths. If your hands are supporting you well and you feel okay here, Sally, you should be all right with this. One leg back, one leg forward, start to lower down towards bridge. Trust that the ground will be there as your leg goes down. Otherwise, if you're in any doubt about doing that, come down first, then make your way to bridge pose. You're all right? You nearly there? Mm-hmm. Well done. Second leg down, arms down. Feet flat, arms pressing long. So you've got 2 flat feet, 2 flat arms. 3 more breaths. Establish strength through both legs. Breastbone is still lifted. 1 more breath. Inhale, arms release out from underneath you. Exhale, roll your spine down. Come into happy baby, bringing your knees wide and reaching either for your ankles or the edges of your feet. And just take a little rock side to side, rolling to the right hip, rolling to the left hip. And then soles of your feet together down onto the floor. Take your arms down by your side so you're sliding your hands underneath your outer buttocks. Remember the puffing of our chest earlier. You can either do that on the blocks or puff your chest up into Matsyasana, fish pose. So from here, hands wedge themselves under your bottom, thumbs pointing to each other. Press into your elbows, puff up your chest so you come completely off the floor with your chest and head. Drop the head back and lower the top of your head to the ground behind. Elbows are narrow underneath, breastbone is lifted. Otherwise, just push off the blocks. 3, 2, 1. A little pressure so that you can free the weight in your head before tucking your chin back in and lowering all the way down. Bring your knees in and take a gentle knee hug, both knees towards your chest. Bring your hands around the nape of your neck. Slide them up to the base of your skull and stretch the back of your neck, maybe tucking your chin slightly. And then lay your head down with the back of the neck nice and long. Final little squeeze of the knees. And then rest knock-knee position, feet wide, knees together, hands on your belly. Take a few breaths. Let your spine settle. You've got your feet wide on the mat, you've got your knees bent. Take your right ankle to the outside of your left knee, lowering your legs to the right, so your ankle just kind of presses your knee down, and look over to the left arm, extend your left arm out to the side. Right hand is still on the tummy, feeling the rise and fall of your breath. That's it. Falling that way. And that foot just stayed wide. That's it. This foot on the floor, Jackie. And that foot's over that way. That's it. So it kind of pulls down this way. Come back up. Both feet wide again, knees together. Both hands onto your tummy. Just get back to that start position. Keep your feet wide, left ankle onto outer right knee, and then it just pulls the right knee down toward the floor, draws the right knee down. Extend your right arm, look over to the right. Relax the weight of your head. Let the legs fall the other way, Jan. Legs fall left, that's it. And then again, come back up to center. Release that ankle, both feet wide again. Lift your tailbone a tiny amount and stretch your lower back long. And then you might now just extend your legs for Shavasana. And grab anything warmer you need to throw over yourself. Sometimes it's nice just to give your body a little wobble or a little rock so the bones settle inside you with more ease. You've kind of put yourself into a position, but then that little rock just lets your body naturally, intuitively find its most comfortable placement. Sometimes for some people, especially if you don't practice them a lot, when they lie on their back after inversions, the back can just be a little bit fidgety. If that happens for you, go back to the knock-kneed position and you might find that more comfortable. Now the Ujjayi breath is just the faintest of sounds in the distance, barely audible to you, but still you can hear the whoosh of the breath inside. Being aware of the practice and how it's stirred things up within, shifted stagnant areas, and brought focus to how and where your energy flows. Now let the intelligence within you assimilate that organically as you drift into Shavasana. Effortless awareness, effortless ease. Deep breath in. And whatever you need to do, a little stretch or a wriggle before you come round onto your right side. When you're up to sitting, join your palms together. See if you can get just the hint of Jalandhara Bandha. Notice how that not only affects the alignment of your neck, but also the energy and the musculature around your pelvis lifts as well. Keep that as you chant Om. Deep breath in. The good in me bows to the good in you. Namaste. Thank you all so much and well done. See you next week. Thank you. Yeah. No one would ever know.
What?
No one would ever know.
Exactly.
That actually, my dad used to give me brandy when I was a baby.
Did it?
Yeah.
I used to get rum from that.
Oh, did you?
Very young.
So I've always liked it. You know, a lot of people just can't stand it, can they? But I've always liked brandy. I never have it unless I'm at my parents and it's Christmas or something. We might have one, but one's gone there. See you Thursday morning, India.
There wasn't CBBS when we were young.
What's that?
There wasn't CBBS.
No, I know. We have to do something to show us up.
The kids quiet with something.
I know, it's so easy for them now, isn't it? Yeah, everything seems so much harder. How is that? How is that? See ya.
Ever since I've started to plan, it's like impossible. The pain I get here
Yeah.
is it's such a pain where it's hard to breathe and it gets popped.
Oh,
It's so weird.
right. Well, because you can bend forwards quite well.
Yeah.
So I suspect it's either you just hold a lot of tension in the muscles of your back there, or there's some other knots in there that are kind of tight up, or maybe the back of your diaphragm's tight.
So like in every other pose I'm like I'm sort of fine and I never really get pain like that, but in plough it's like
Just in plough it is hard. Hello.
Definitely not here next week.
You're definitely not here next week.
Bath, yes.
Oh, Alison.
Wrong way round.
So I'll see you the week after next. Thank you for letting me know. All right, Bath next week. Okay, see you the week after. Yeah, I mean, it might just be the angle and you're not in it very often, so. But I can also have a look at your shaping in it. But I'm sure your shaping's not wrong. It's more likely to.
I try to get more on my shoulders.
Yeah.
Do that.
And get higher in your back.
It's crazy how much it
Hurts. What about when you get up into shoulder stands?
Yeah, but it's not as bad, but it stops me from being strong and shit. So.
If you end up coming to class on Thursday, we'll be doing the same thing. If I get space on a Thursday this week and you come, then I'll have a look at you when we're doing it, because we don't do it every class. It's not weird. It's a lot of people find that ploughs very difficult. It's difficult because you're bending yourself all the way back. But normally it's when people are tight, whereas you're not. But you have got a long back.
I have.
So yeah, yeah. But you don't get backache, do you? Other than in plough.
No. I mean, I've always been a bit funny there anyway. Like if I get pussy,
Yeah.
my aches are always here.
So it's the area that you hold your tension.
Yeah, I think like the stress there.
Yeah. That's what I.
Like all this clenches and I guess that's connected.
Yeah. Yeah. I reckon it's more energy tension there.
Yeah, yeah.
And which will lead to muscular tension, of course.
Yeah.
But when you forward bend, you're probably relying upon the hamstring flexibility and the flexibility in other areas of your back, so you don't feel it as much. Whereas there, you've really got to, yeah.
Like that feels amazing down there.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
All on your back muscles.
Touch on my back exactly where it is on yours. Oh, right, okay. So that's your QL. So that's where do you know your QL? Yeah. So your QL, when you do a side bend, feels amazing.
Yeah, yeah. It
But if
really
it's tight in a back bend, it can feel like, so I bet it's your QL, yeah.
and Dad has problems with his QLs.
Oh, does he? Right, okay.
And it's probably tight because I went biking yesterday and every time I go biking I should stretch more after.
Yeah.
Because it's like...
Oh, of course, yeah, biking. And all that ricocheting from your arms will come down and probably meet in the centre of your, like the V of your back there.
Yeah, I definitely got Dad's QLs.
Oh, and biking's really awful for your back.
It's so fun.
I know. Oh, well, I know you're good at it as well, aren't you? But right, so I'll see you Thursday morning. Yep, perfect. Alison Postlethwaite off next week. Right, I'm going to shut that back room because we don't need it. Hello. Don't need this evening. See you, Ward. Bye-bye. You can space out a little more because we're quiet. We've had quite a lot of people dropping out today. Cold, swapping to another night. Yeah, various ailments.
I'll see how many people come and then I quite like to be at the back.
Yeah, you don't need to come forwards. That just meant you can move this way a little bit if you want. Give yourself a bit more space. How did you... leakage, sexual function. Loads of people off tonight. Is it? Yeah. Cold winds. Yeah. It's always the wind that makes a difference on how it feels outside. Let's just see how many we have got coming, because I've had about another 4 cancellations while I've been teaching the last class. So Hannah's off. Pam's off. Five people off. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you all get a purple block and a block for behind your head, even if you don't normally have one? Either that size, if you normally have a block, that size, or if just a thin one, if not. Oh, next week. Next week, sorry. No, it's not. Oh, I can see the disappointment on your face, Pippa. Do you want me to open the back door so you can just
Ollie and
go to sleep in there?
Ollie and Amy, who are moving house, have moved into our house with a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old.
Oh, gosh.
The 1-year-old's not very well.
Oh.
Amy's had to go and clean the house. I've had the 1-year-old all day. You can't do anything.
Oh,
We've sold our house, so we've got a lot to do. You know when you've got a lot to do and you can't do it.
yes. What are you going to do? How are you going to get around that?
And then she was up, last night, so I'm tired.
Oh, I bet you are.
And we're all emotional. And then,
Do you want me to open the back doors there so you can go in there and... Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to get focused.
You'll probably feel 100 times better and more
I
awake.
need to relax.
Yeah.
Is what I need to do.
I'll try and leave time for a decent relaxation.
All right.
I'll do my best. But it's pelvic floor and core night tonight.
Oh, no, that's good.
Yeah. A lot of lying down.
Yes, that's good.
'Cause-
I have a fused toe here, so
Uh-huh.
I can't go up onto the board.
Yes,
that far.
yeah.
And just since I've started wearing shoes again now in the winter, it's really hurting like it's never ever hurt before.
Why, you don't wear high shoes though, do you?
Yeah, I've never had them.
So even just with flat shoes it hurts?
Yes.
What about getting some of those 5-toe shoes or something that separate your toes?
I need shoes that don't touch that toe at all.
Oh, right, okay.
They need to have height in them
Oh,
as well.
oh, I can highly recommend Vivo Barefoots. Have you heard of them?
I've heard of them.
They're brilliant, and I wear them.
Their footwork that puts me off.
Why?
Well, what are they like? Are they dead flat?
They are dead flat. Yeah. Do you struggle with dead flat feet shoes?
And are they thin, the sole?
Yeah, you can feel the ground, but they give you support still.
I can't have anything that bends too much.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, they bend a lot.
Because,
Yeah, they do bend a lot, yeah.
Yes, a bit, yes,
So you need more like a solid platform.
I do really. How foul and aging is that, really?
Ignore the Vivo Barefoot then. They're
yes.
probably the opposite to what you need.
Yeah, I've got an amazing pair from Innovate walking boots.
Yeah.
And they're the comfiest shoes I've
Yeah.
had in a long time.
And probably like, why don't you get your 4-season climbing boot? That'll keep you nice and sturdy.
Yes.
And it's winter, you can get away with wearing them. Hi Sharon. You must be Emma.
I am,
We haven't met before, have we?
No, I don't think so.
Are you on holiday? Are you...
No, I moved in September.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Have you done Pilates before?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Is there anything I need to know about injury-wise?
I had dodgy knees, but it's fine.
We're hardly doing anything knee-related tonight.
Okay, that's great. I forgot my mat. Is that okay?
I've got a few mats in there.
Thank you.
You all need a purple block, and also, when I say put your block under your head, that's the one for under your head.
Okay, thank you.
And there's your purple block.
Thank you.
And there's the mats. We're reasonably quiet tonight, so take up a decent amount of space.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Did you knit this yourself?
No, I got it, but I think it was hand knitted by someone. I got it in Lanzarote on a little,
Very nice.
a little
I
shop.
enjoyed their class last week. They
Oh yeah. Oh, good. We did lie on our side, and I did think, did that hurt your hip lying on the side? Yeah, because
if I'm lying on my side at home, I've got a soft, squishy cushion that
yeah, that you put under. Yeah, you can always bring that to class and use it here as well, or a blanket or something. Well, tonight's core and pelvic floor.
Oh, blimey.
Core. Well, we are in Pilates after all. Right then, everyone, start off standing, but we're not standing for long. Literally just for the very beginning. Okay. Yes, we have so many people off this evening. It's just been like falling like, what do you say? I want to say flies, but that's not right. Dropping like flies, that's it. I knew I said something wrong then. Okay, so tonight, Emma, we've been doing Pilates prescriptions for various things. And tonight's Pilates prescription, probably the main thing that people come to class for is core. So tonight is Pilates for core, and that includes pelvic floor. So, pelvic floor, first of all, we're just going to focus on that because I think a lot of people know where the pelvic floor is, but often I can never check how you are engaging in your pelvic floor. I can kind of see how you're engaging in your abdominal core muscles and sometimes your glutes. But pelvic floor, one, I'm not trying to look, and two, even if I did, I probably wouldn't be able to tell. So we'll do a little bit of work on that standing first so you can check yourself and get a feel for it yourself. Obviously, pelvic floor is important for our toilet control, for our sexual function, which is important too, for our whole core structure, because it's the base of all your core, and for all the organs that sit above, because we've got all these organs inside that sit literally above the structure of your pelvic floor, so it gives the structure and the foundation for all that sits above. Also, it's nice to be able to have pelvic floor control when you laugh, sneeze, cough or something and don't leak. So if you've got children or a few children, that naturally weakens your pelvic floor, as does just getting old. And like any other muscle, like if you look at lots of muscles in your body, that goes softer as you get older. It's the same with your pelvic floor. So anyway, what I'd like you to do, and it's your own body, so what I suggest first is look what I'm doing, and then we'll all do it with our eyes closed, so you don't need to feel self-conscious at all. You'll have one hand. Just let me bend forwards and show. You're not going to see anything other than where I'm pointing. So sit bones, pubic bone, and the bottom of the tailbone, coccyx here. So it's kind of like a mesh or a webbing between those 4 points. So if you put one hand around the back, spread it, and take it underneath with your middle finger tucking under, and then the other hand in front and coming under, and maybe your middle fingers can meet. Yeah, and then just feet hip distance apart. You don't have to pull up or anything, just let your hands be there so you can make contact with your body, and then close your eyes. Okay, and we'll just do 3 breathing practices engaging the pelvic floor muscles. So first of all, you're going to inhale, exhale all the air out, and when the air is all out, try doing 1 squeeze up of your pelvic floor muscles. So you are squeezing your back passage, middle passage if you've got one, the vagina opening, and then the urethra, the wee passage, and then relax it. Inhale. Exhale again, all the air out. And as you engage and squeeze those muscles up, you should not feel your bottom muscles tightening, but you want to feel like you're pulling away from your hands, inhaling as you relax. And keep going with that, exhaling all the air out, and when all the air is out, you just engage those passages between the legs where your hands are resting, as if you're trying to lift up away from your hands or lift away from the crotch of your trousers. Keep going. Okay, keep doing the same thing, exhaling all the air out, but this time, can you take 3 pulse squeezes up? So 3, 2, 1, then relax, inhale. You can switch your arms over if you like, the other one in front, the other one behind, and exhale all the air out. And then again, 3 little pulses up, 3, 2, 1, and then relax. One more time, exhaling all the air out. 3 pulses up at the end of the exhale, so you're pulling up away from your hands or up away from the crotch of your trousers. See if you can release the arms and do the same thing, but imagine your hands underneath, so exhaling all the air out. This time you engage the pelvic floor muscles and hold for a count of 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax. We'll do that a couple more times. Exhale all the air out. When all the air is out, lift the pelvic floor muscles, hold for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, relax it. One more time, exhale all the air out. And then again, squeeze and lift, hold for 3. Your bottom muscles stay relaxed, but you're feeling back passage, middle passage, front passage, or 2 if you've only got 2. We're engaging, and then relax. Okay, and then I'd like you to come down onto your back. Take your block, pop it between your inner knees, and take the block that goes behind your head, behind your head. Your purple block between your inner knees. At home, if you don't have a block, put a cushion between your knees. That works well too. Okay, so we're going to put the block between the inner knees, inhale, and exhale, squeeze the block so you feel your inner thighs engaging, and imagine it's like a zip. Your inner thigh muscles engage from the block to your perineum, that's within the pelvic floor, and then up into your belly, inhaling as you relax. Exhaling as you squeeze the block, you squeeze the inner thighs, continue that, following that zip up through the pelvic floor, up into the belly, and inhaling, relaxing, just keep going with your breath, a couple more. Squeezing, feet on the floor. Is that Helen? Feet on the floor. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, so there's a light squeeze on the block, so your inner thighs activate into the pelvic floor and into your belly. It's like you squeeze the zip, starts at the block, moves all the way up into the lower belly, maybe even slightly engaging your diaphragm. So if you imagine your legs are being zipped together, the sides of the pelvis and the pelvic floor muscles are being zipped together, and the muscles that wrap around your waist are being zipped together. Okay, now we're going to exhale all the air out, engage the zip, engage, that's it, and hold it there for 3 breaths. Keeping the squeeze, keeping the pelvic floor, keeping your core muscles engaged. When you've done 3 breaths, relax it with an inhale and do that 2 more times. Exhaling to squeeze the block. Feel that internal zip from your knees to your pelvic floor, lower belly, core muscles. Holding for 3 of your breaths. Keeping your shoulders relaxed. Do it for 1 more round of breath. Squeezing, holding. Nice. Okay, take the block out from under your head just for a little shoulder bridge work. Take the block out from between your knees and put it between your inner thighs instead. Some of you might want to turn the block so it's on its middle wide position. Yeah, so it's now in between your inner thighs. Press into your feet and roll your spine with the start of a squeeze on the block into your pelvic floor. The pelvic floor kind of tilts you up into the beginning of your bridge. Hold it at the top, inhale. And exhale, roll back down again with that slight squeezing of the block as you roll back down. Inhaling as you land. Exhale, a light squeeze on the block into the pelvic floor. And it's like the zip now zippers you up into the bridge. Inhale at the top. Exhale, and again, that little squeeze through the pelvic floor into your core as you roll your way back down. Inhale as you land. Exhale, squeeze, zip, and roll. So you're aware that you're just gently connecting into your core, including the pelvic floor. Inhale at top. Exhale, roll down. Go 1 more round. Emma, you want your feet a tiny bit narrower so they're the same distance as your knees. That's it, yep. 1 more round. Keep the block between your inner knees. Roll up. Take your, inner thighs. Roll up and hold the bridge at the top. Lengthen a little through your back. Take your arms to the side in cactus shape. Have your forearms pointing to the ceiling to begin with. So fingers point to the ceiling, back of the arms on the ground. 1 forearm points down, 1 forearm points up. And then come back to point to the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale the other way. 1 forearm points down, 1 forearm points up. And then inhale, fingertips point to the ceiling. Exhale, fingertips point down and 1 up. Inhale, point to the ceiling. Continue with that, and as you exhale, squeeze the pelvic floor muscles with the arm movement. Inhale, fingers point to ceiling. Exhale, forearm shift, squeezing through the pelvic floor muscles. Keep going. Work as best you can on isolating the pelvic floor muscles from the buttock muscles. So you're trying to engage both anus, the vaginal muscles, the urethra. You're engaging those passages between your legs without having to squeeze your glutes, your buttock muscles. Inhale, fingers point to ceiling. Exhale, your forearms 1 up, 1 down. So we're getting a little bit of work into the upper body, and you're using your exhale as you shift. So 1 goes up, 1 goes down. That's it. Using the exhale to instigate the pelvic floor. And you can feel when you engage your pelvic floor, it goes slightly into your belly and back muscles as well. Inhale, fingertips point to the ceiling. Exhale, roll your spine back down. Take your hands down to your hips, remove the block from inside your knees, and walk your legs together. Bring the block back underneath your head. So thin block back under your head again. Hands resting on the front bones of your pelvis. Feel like you are now engaging the tailbone and pubic bone towards each other, activating that pelvic floor girdle. Inhale, right knee only out to the side. Exhale, right leg back in, so the inner thighs and inner legs touch. Inhale, left knee out to the side. Exhale, left knee in, so inner legs touch. Do that, keeping your hip bones still. So your pelvic bones don't move as your leg opens and closes. Inhale out to the side. Exhale into center. Music's just gone off for some reason, never mind. So if I'm looking at your non-moving knee, it should be non-moving. One leg moves, the other leg stays still. Back of the pelvis stays flat on the floor. So see how your pelvis is kind of moving with the leg. Come back to center. Okay, keep the hips still. Take that leg out to the side without the pelvis dropping, without that leg moving. And then back together again. That's it. So the back of the pelvis on the floor, go again to the side, doesn't move. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles to pull the leg back up. Open that leg without that knee moving and without the pelvis moving. That's it. You won't be going to flexibility. You're going to a range of movement without the pelvis turning, and then squeeze it back in. That's it. Do that one more time each side. See if you can use the one inner thigh to pull into the pelvic floor, into the belly, to pull the leg up. This, it seems really easy, but actually it's quite hard. It's quite advanced in its technicality. When you come back to center, stay there. We're going to come into a little abdominal set here. So your inner legs are still touching. Your hands are still resting on the hip bones. Keep your knees together. Extend your right leg, keeping the knees touching together. With the right leg straight, feel almost like a downward slope into your pelvic floor, your belly, your corset. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, left leg straightens. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, right leg straightens, keeping the inner knees touching lightly. Inhale, foot to floor. The leg straightens from your core. The back doesn't shift. One more each leg. Exhale, right. Inhale, foot to floor. Exhale, left. Legs touching in the middle. Inhale, foot to floor, and stay there. Exhale, abdominal curl, so your head and shoulders are off the floor, arms float off the floor. Same thing. Right leg extends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, left leg bends. Extends, sorry. Inhale. Exhale, right. Inhale. Feel almost like you're trying to hollow in your belly as the leg extends. So the effort requires more core. One more with your left. Then both feet to the floor again. Interlace your hands behind your head. Straighten the right leg and twist toward the right. Inhale, center. Straighten the left leg. Twist toward the left. Inhale, center. Keep the inner knees together. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Pelvis doesn't move. Exhale, twist. One more each side. Twist toward the straight leg side. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, pause there. Okay, final little bit, the 100, arms forwards, curl up a little higher. Just 5 breaths. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 4 more breaths. Out. That little squeeze between your inner legs, keeping you in that inner zip. 2. Sniff, 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 blow, 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 blow. Inhale, lower back down to the floor, head and arms go down. Hands back onto your hips, lift right leg into knee fold, lift left leg into knee fold. Same thing from double knee fold. Inhale, exhale, push your right leg away, 45 degrees. Inhale, bend it back in. Exhale, push left leg away, 45 degrees. Inhale, bend. 2 more each leg, right leg pushes away. Inhale, bent. When the leg pushes away, you're keeping the sides of the waist down on the floor. That's it. Leg pushes away, sides of the waist stay down. 1 more each leg. This way. That's it. And left. Good. And then abdominal curl. Arms float by your side. Same thing in the abdominal curl. Right leg extends. Bend. Exhale, left leg extends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, right. Inhale, bend like you're blowing the leg away. Exhale, left. Inhale, bend. Exhale, right. Inhale, bend. Exhale, left. Inhale, hands behind your head. This time you are turning to the bent knee. Straighten your right leg, twist to the bent knee. Inhale, center. Straighten left leg, twist to the bent knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Inhale, exhale, twist. 1 more each way. Inhale, exhale, twist. Now 1 more each way. Inhale, Exhale, twist. Finishing with a straight leg, left leg. Inhale, center, arms by your side, the 100. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sniff in, blow out. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, out. One more breath, chin down a little more and lift from the chest. That's it. Hands come all the way down by your side, head back to the floor, keep the legs there. Final round is double legs. Inhale. Exhale, push both legs away, 45 degrees. Inhale, bend. As the legs push away, you've really got to sink down into your belly, to the lower back. 4 more. Exhale, push away. If 2 legs is too much, you've got the single leg option. 3. Sink the belly back away from the outward legs. 2. Legs together if you can. And 1. Keep the legs bent, abdominal curl. From here, same thing. Exhale. Inhale, arms by your side. Exhale. Inhale. Not just the head lifting, but the head tucking forward slightly. Chest moving forwards toward the legs. 2. And 1. Hands go behind your head, double legs straightening as you twist. Twist right, inhale center, both legs and twist left. Keep the legs together, inhale center. Keep the legs squeezing, you can do a single leg of course. Inhale center, and then twist left. Inhale center, 1 more each side. Is silence a good thing? There's some good breathing going on. Another, yeah. Inhale, center, and then we finish with the 100, your choice, bent legs, or if you can, last 5 straight legs. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 more breaths. Heels together, knees turn out. Squeeze the thighs as if you're trying to squeeze the back of the knees. That's it. Final breath, maybe 1 more. Then knees come in, head down, 1 hand each knee and circle them open and closed. That was a slow, steady, agonising build-up, wasn't it? Circle the other way. Good, and then turn onto, where have I got more space? Turn onto your right side, so you're facing the blank wall. Maybe, it's all right, I'll fit in. We're going to come into some little side bends, side planks, so prop up onto your forearm. If you need some padding, you can put your elbow on that little thin block you've got. I'm just going to try and get in here. So, lighter option, you go bent legs with your feet behind, elbow underneath armpits, top arm in the air. Okay, what we're going to do is up and down with our hips. Stronger version, legs straighten with the top leg in front of your bottom leg and start with the knees just a tiny bit bent. Okay, so from here, top arm lifts, and as your top arm lifts, lift the lower rib up a bit higher. I can't go on that arm yet. So you're going to pull your hips off the ground, push up, and then lower down just to touch lightly to the floor. Exhale up, inhale down. Start with the legs a bit more bent, you'll get more lift. Exhale up, inhale down. Good. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale 10, touch lightly down. 9, 8, 7, squeezing up from the right waist. 6, 5, 4, try staggering one in front of the other, see if you get a bit more height. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Spin the other way, down to your left forearm, feet to the back of the room. Joe, stay facing this way. Just go onto your left arm. That's it, stay facing the radiator, that's the one. Yes, I know you might have a bit of a dead arm. We'll release the arms, shoulders and neck and everything later. Down onto your forearm, fingers are pointing forwards. If you're in the bent leg position, your knees want to be about in line with your wrist, thereabouts, with your feet behind. If you're in the straight leg position, top leg in front, a slight bend, just about that much of the bend in your knees to begin, and you'll get more height. If you start with straight legs, you'll struggle to get your hips up as easily. Okay, so arm up in the air, pause there. As this arm reaches, your bottom rib naturally starts to lift. That's your start point. Then we come come up, exhale. Inhale, hips touch lightly down or near the floor. Exhale up, inhale down. Exhale up, pushing the ground down through your left shoulder. Use a good strong exhale to lift. See if you can even feel there's some pelvic floor support in that lift. 9 more. Try not to collapse in your left shoulder. Keep your head equal between your arms. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Down, turn onto your tummy, rest your head on your hands, lying head this way. And give your shoulders a little shimmy just to release any tension from those lifts. Have your legs slightly apart and relax the legs. Maybe you give your bottom a little rock side to side and just wobble yourself comfortable on the mat and then come to a stillness. Okay, and then let's just focus on the breath and the pelvic floor again. So while you're lying on your tummy, inhale, exhale, and then when you've got all the air out, give a little squeeze up through the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax. Exhale the air out, and again engage your pelvic floor. Notice how it feels lying on your tummy. Inhaling, and again exhale and engage your pelvic floor without tension in your shoulders. Okay, do the same thing, but this time you exhale and then do 3 pelvic floor squeezes, like little pulses. 3, 2, 1, and then you relax and inhale. Do that with each exhale. At the end of the exhale, 3 pelvic floor squeezes. Feeling your toilet muscles working. Okay, and then see if you can exhale and hold for 3 breaths, or 3 counts if you struggle with 3 breaths. Holding that light contraction, even if it just feels like it's a struggle to hold it, do your best. Let's add on some spine extension to this. Take your arms down by your side, forehead now touching the ground, arms long, palms upwards. Stretch your legs long, let's have the legs activated. Your tailbone reaching long, so there's a little more pressure through your pubic bone. Inhale. Exhale, lift your head, shoulders and chest. At the top of the lift, check your pelvic floor muscles are engaged up and in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lifting up, pausing there at the end of the exhale, connecting pelvic floor to the corset. Inhale, lower. 4 more of those. Exhaling to lift, think like a torpedo. The top of your head is the point of the torpedo. Inhaling as you lower. Exhale, lift. Are you a climber? Reach out through your fingers, straighten out. That's it. Inhale, lower. 2 more. Shoulders are rolling back. Shoulder blades maybe a tiny bit narrower in the back. Okay, on this last one, lift and stay up. And see if you can hold it there, breathing with the pelvic floor muscles engaged. If you want to add a little more onto that, when you exhale, bring your fingertips to tap your temples. And when you inhale, bring your arms by your side. Exhale, fingers to temples. Inhale, arms by your side. And remember, your exhale is where you feel you've got more pelvic floor engaging. So exhale, hands come to temples because you've put the pelvic floor support on. Okay, and either with your arms by your side or arms all the way out in front of you, float your legs off the floor and take a few breaths. See if you can keep the sides of the waist narrow, soften your shoulders, especially if your arms are in front. 2 more breaths. Narrowing the waist, pelvic floor lifting in. Try not to be pushing down into the crotch, but lifting up from the crotch. And then lower everything down. Sit back to a child's pose and relax your arms either under your head, like you did on your tummy, or down by your side. Let your shoulders be released. Take a couple more nice deep back breaths, like your spine is the recipient of your inhale and it spreads the breath across your whole back. Rather than your lungs, breathe your spine. Okay, we're going to try a forearm plank but on our knees, even if you know you can easily do a forearm plank on your toes. So come down onto your forearms, look between your thumbs and take your knees back so that your hips feel about shoulder level. And you're able to bring a slight tuck under the tailbone, like your tailbone is trying to tuck towards your pubic bone. Keep your gaze between your thumbs and keep pressing your shoulders away from your ears. And with the knees on the floor, it's much easier to engage the pelvic floor muscles and feel them connect into the core. So hold your pelvic floor in your plank. Forearms, are you on your wrists for any reason, Abby? No, down onto your forearms. It's all right, it's all right, it's all right. It's all right. Knees back a bit further, L-E. Keep going, keep going, keep going back with your knees. Keep going back, keep going back. Keep going, right, yeah, now lower your hips a little. Bring your shoulders in, that's it, yeah. So you've got very slightly a little tuck like that, just a little, that's it, yeah, good. Okay, and then let's see if we can hold this and do some pelvic floor pulses, just while you're breathing normally. See if you can just do tiny little pelvic floor squeezes. To my eye, I won't see anything moving. So I haven't got any music on, but almost like your pelvic floor is like tapping its, or squeezing itself to the beat of the music. Now you've got a choice. You can either think that is enough now, I'm ready for a rest, go to child's pose, or straighten your knees off the mat, full plank position, and then we're going to twist the hips, dipping your right hip toward the floor, come up to centre. Twist your hips, dipping your left hip toward the floor, centre. Inhale, twist, exhale, centre. Inhale, twist, exhale, centre. Inhale, dip, exhale, level. Inhale, dip, exhale, level. You don't have to turn fully on the feet, just a twist of the pelvis. Twist the hip, like your outer hip is trying to move halfway down to the floor. And then you pull back up to the centre. Do 2 more each way. Little twist and dip. Keep your head to the centre, twist and dip, back to centre, 1 more each way. Then everyone rest in child's pose, whether you were or weren't. And I like, after something like that, I like my arms to reach behind and lift up away from my back, just to give an extra little stretch through the arms, shoulders and neck. And then just holding it just a few seconds and then relax your arms back down. And then let's just do that from a standing position. So come straight through your legs, bend forwards over your legs and interlace your hands behind your back again and let your arms come up and over, look through the gap of your legs. Then let your arms come round behind the back of your legs. Hold on to opposite elbows or just hold on to your opposite hands and draw your body into your legs. Let your head hang. A little bit of a hamstring stretch, a little bit of a leg hug. And then soften your knees and roll your way all the way up to standing. Roll your shoulders in a backward circle around a few times. Okay, so when your arms roll behind, do the same interlace of your fingers. Stretch them away from your body. And then the left hand's going to slide up your right arm and drop them down. Drop your head to the left, pull your right arm along. Feel a stretch in your right arm, shoulder, neck. Maybe even a little into the jaw, depending on where you hold your tightness. And then let the left corner of your chin drop down, looking toward the floor. Head still forward toward the left side. Head back up to center. Slide your hands behind, reach them back. And then right hand slides down up the left arm, catch hold around the elbow, let your head fall to the right. Closing your eyes just to tune in more sensitively to where you feel stretch, how it feels. Corner of your chin drops down, look down a little. Feel where the stretch has moved to. Head comes back up to center, arms reach back again. Lift your chin a little. And then bring your arms in front, interlace the fingers and drop your head, chin looks down. Arms come behind again, look straight forward, just watch for a moment. You're going to bend down into the legs. Bow over your legs and then one knee straightens as you drop your arms toward the opposite side. Then you come back onto your bent legs. As the leg that's straightening, you turn away from the straight leg so your arms fall behind the opposite way. It's going to give you a little bit of a shoulder stretch. If you struggle with this up and over arm movement, then just do it with your hands across your back like that. Okay, so arms stay behind, bend in your legs, lower your tummy and chest onto your bent legs. Let's straighten the right leg, lift your arms up high first, straighten your right leg and let your arms fall to the left, look to the left, to the left, look to the right. Rolling your right shoulder away from your right ear. Letting your left arm be heavy as it pulls the arms over a little. Come back to center onto your bent legs. Lift your arms up away from your back. Straighten your left leg and let your arms fall across to the right side, looking to the left. And again, as your arms continue to come up and over, your right arm just feels like it's heavily drawing your left arm across. So the right arm isn't having to stretch, the right arm is the weight. Come back to center, bent knees, and then wrap your arms round the back of your legs, fold into your legs. Let's drop down onto hands and knees and just do a little bit of glute work before we come round onto our back. Start on straight arms, lift your right knee off the floor, circle your right leg. We're going 3 each direction. Circle 3, 2, 1, circle the other direction. 3, 2, 1. Good, and then drop down onto your left forearm, keep your right knee off the floor, and come onto your right fingertips, turning your chest slightly rightwards. Straighten your right leg out and turn the right hip open. Now bend your right knee towards your right arm and push it straight again. 6 of these, so that's 6. Bend and straighten. 5, bend and straighten. 4, just on your right fingertips on the left forearm. 2, 1. Same position, but look at the floor rather than looking out to the side. Bend the leg and then bring your knees together, open your knee high. Knees together, knee high. 4 more, knees together, knee high. Knees together, knee high. 1 more, knees together, knee high. Knees together, back up to straight arms. Other side, left knee off the floor, circle. 3, 2, both straight arms. 1, circle it the other way. This leg will feel more tired because it's already had to balance you. 2, 1. Okay, keep your left knee off the floor, drop to your right forearm, fingers pointing to the left and be on your left fingertips. Look to the left, straight leg, let your hip open, so you're kind of swiveling your hip high, and then knee to arm. Push out straight, knee to arm. Push straight, knee to arm. 4, 3, 2, glutes are part of your core. 1, or they wrap in with them. Then look to the floor, bend the leg out to the side, and then knees together, knee open. Knees together, knee open. 4, good. 3, keeping your gaze down now so it's easier on the neck. 2, go on Abby, one more. 1, okay, both knees together, straight arms, downward facing dog, lift your hips, walk your feet forward to your hands, and then lower your bottom down. Good, you have a little stretch, come down onto your back, bring your right ankle onto your left knee, and hands behind your left leg. If you need that block behind your head again, just slide the block in behind your head. It's all easy, stretchy, relaxy from here on in. Good, and let's just take that from there into a twist. So if you straighten your left leg flat on the mat and hug your right knee into your chest. That's it. Take your right arm out to the side, look to the right and bring your knee all the way over toward the floor at the left side. As you go over, turn onto the outside edge of your left hip. That's the one. Okay. Bring this leg up, roll more onto the side of your hips so the pelvis turns, that's it, yeah. Does that feel all right? Final breath there. And then back up to centre. Right foot to the floor, left ankle onto right knee, and you probably need to reset your bottom a little bit. Left ankle onto right knee. Figure 4 stretch. See if you can breathe your back flat. And if you notice your mind wandering, see if you can bring your mind into the feeling and the precision of what you're doing. Every breath should bring you new feeling. Every breath brings a tiny little adjustment or more space. Now your right leg goes flat to the floor, left knee in. That's it, and left arm out to the side into a twist, taking your knee all the way across, landing on the outside of your right foot. Good. Just because I gave you a little push on the other side, I'll give you one here as well. Is that okay? On your inhale, come back up. Both knees in, one hand each knee, and circle your knees open and closed. And then circle them round the other way. And take your arms and legs up in the air and give them a little shake out. And then we'll do a little hip flexor stretch. So if you want to pop your feet down on the floor and place the purple block, or you could put the block that's under your head under your bottom for a lower version, or you could put them both together for a really high version into a full body hip extension. So either one small block or your purple block or both together. Best to lie on your back first and then put the blocks under, but whatever way you're on. Yeah. So up to you whether you want your arms to be by your side, cactus, or overhead. So now you are disengaging everything. So disengage your abdominal strength, your pelvic floor, let your bones be heavy. But still let there be a little gap at the end of your exhale. And this time in the end of your exhale space, soften your belly, drop in the hip flexors. As if your abdominal organs are falling away from the surface in that pause at the end of your exhale. Feeling a really nice release just inside the pelvic girdle. What's just as important as our core strength and pelvic floor strength is that we can relax it and release it as well, so it doesn't become overly tight or stuck. Couple more breaths. Slide your feet in flat to the floor. Tilt a couple of times on the block so it helps you to release your pelvis from resting there, and then remove the block when you're ready. When your bottom gets to the floor, stretch your lower back long, and you might want to come into just a very light knee hug, just letting your knees drop towards your chest. And then legs out straight. Take your hands around the nape of your neck, like you're making a neck brace around the back of your head, around the back of your neck, and then use your fingers to push up the base of your skull, so you're lengthening the base of the skull away from your neck and shoulders. And then stretch the head back down to the floor. Release your arms, palms up, and let your fingers now soften, so whatever curl you have in your fingers, they just curl in naturally. Take a deep breath into your chest. And then exhale it all the way through your chest, shoulders, arms, all the way down to your fingertips. Take a deep breath into your belly. And exhale it all the way down your legs, through your hips, your thighs, your knees, all the way down to your feet, your toes. Take a deep breath into the whole torso. And exhale it through your whole body. Take a breath into your head. And exhale, relax behind your eyes, relax your forehead, any creases of tension melt away. Feel as though the ground can mould itself into your body. Your body moulds itself into the ground. You can just release your arms now. You don't even need to think about breathing. You just breathe. You don't need to think about moving because you're not moving. You don't need to think about anything because you don't have to do anything. Let yourself drift into a space of nothingness for a few moments. Even if it only lasts a few seconds and you have to just keep drawing yourself back into that nothingness space. Know it exists. A moment of emptiness. This phase of resting is often referred to as rest and digest, and you might notice things like your tummy gurgles a bit, because when we start to stop, our nervous system switches and takes us into a space where we start to repair, and where our internal organs function differently. And that thought of emptiness is actually where we start to fill back up again, where we replenish. So stopping is actually gives us more power to begin again. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. A little wriggle of your body, a shake, whatever feels nice. Sliding your feet in flat, and once more, arms and legs up toward the ceiling for a real light, loose shake out. And if it's comfortable for you, you can wrap your arms around the back of your legs and rock up to sitting, or come to your side and up. Once you're sitting, just once more, take your fingers out wide, let your head fall away. When your head comes up to center, lift your arms up to center, stretch up, and then arms down and let your head fall down to the other side. Couple of breaths. And then your head up to center, your arms up to center, look up. Bring your hands together at the center of your chest. Good, well done. Thank you, everybody. See you all at home. Bye-bye. Thank you. Hi, Jack.
Thanks, Rebecca.
See you, everyone.